Hey, what's up, everybody? Down here on the Las Vegas Strip again with FSD 12.5.1.3. It's Friday night. We're going to see if we can challenge FSD while we wait for the next version to come out. We're going to be heading to a bunch of different hotels and casinos all across the Strip, and we can see if FSD can handle this without any interventions or disengagements. First up, we're going to head to the Wynn Hotel. Take me to the Wynn. Let's see what kind of options we have here. Let's take this back road. Okay, immediately pulling out into this parking lot. Finding the exit. That exit right there would have been a little tough to turn through, so I kind of like that it decided to go down this little back alley area in order to pull out to make a right turn. Okay, perfectly weighted for traffic that's coming from on the street. And I do like how it asserted itself into this position so that we didn't get stuck behind the oncoming cars that were coming from the right. And we should be able to go right after this cab. Perfect. Now we've got police vehicles in the lane here, so we're going to need to get out of the lane. Very smoothly handled that as well. We need to yield here for traffic. There's a car coming, so the car is stopping to yield. That was perfect. So far we've received a update, I believe every Friday for the past 3 weeks. If another release comes out tonight, that would be the fourth week in a row. but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If not tonight, hopefully we will see a release this weekend. I know everybody on Hardware 3 vehicles is really excited to try out the 12.5 versions and hands-free. So I'm really hoping that comes out this weekend. I also have a Hardware 3 Model Y at home. Looks like we're making a left turn onto Desert Inn. Okay, we've got train tracks here. Looks like we've got enough room to pull ahead. And we're going over them slowly, although we have a lead car, so it probably helped us with the speed there. Car slowed down for that vehicle making a left turn in front of us. Looks like we might have to merge over into the left lane here. I'm not sure if this is a straight lane. Yep, it looks like we're merging. Take me to the Bellagio. All right, we've arrived at the Wynn Hotel, and our next destination will be the Bellagio. So far, I've not had to touch anything on the vehicle. I just said the destination, told it to take me here, and we have arrived without any human interaction. Looks like the car is moving over to the left one lane to get around the bus here. We have the Bellagio up ahead on the right, so we'll need to start merging over to the right soon so that we do not get stuck and miss our turn-in. The car allowed that vehicle with the turn signal on to merge over in front of us. That was really well handled. We've got an ambulance up ahead. Looks like it's doing a U-turn maybe. Going through the intersection, but it's not going to affect us. I think I just saw Omar had his first encounter with an emergency vehicle where it waited. So I'm really looking forward to testing that or hearing something official on that behavior so that I can feel more comfortable testing that. Okay, the car's merging over now perfectly. Be assertive here and get over to the right. One more lane. And it handled it perfectly. Look at that. So here we are right in front of the Bellagio water fountains. And we'll be pulling into the Bellagio. And once we pull in, we'll set our next destination, which will be the Paris Hotel, which is right across the street. I just disengaged there. The car, we had people walking in front of us, and I was getting honked at. That was probably my bad. I was trying to figure out the situation. We do have a green light here, but obviously cannot run over people, so I'll just go ahead and re-engage. And as soon as it's clear, we can move through. Take me to the Paris hotel. Okay, the car overreacted there. Slammed on the brakes for this pedestrian. This sign says limo only, so it looks like we are stuck in we need to get behind this vehicle here, so I'm taking over. This is some of the hecticness of these drop-off points and the rules on each lane. So this is something we'll continue to test, but it's going to be difficult to it's going to be very difficult for the car to handle, as it can't really read these signs. The car stopped for these pedestrians getting out of the vehicle, so that was really good. Moving through that gap of people, which is exactly what I would do. We've got a right turn up ahead. We're not in the rightmost lane, so we will need to merge over to the right after this cab, which it did. And it looks like it's going to try to do a double right here, so I'm going to have to take over and pull through. We can't do a double right turn there. Only the rightmost lane can do a right turn. So that was a failure there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and end this trip, and then let's set a destination for the Sphere. Take me to the Sphere. Okay, we need to go around this cone. I didn't touch anything. The car handled that really well. It slowed down to kind of assess the situation. So far the only disengagements we've had are at the Bellagio. One was a very interesting guided right turn with a red light and a green arrow at the same time, even though there was only a right turn available. So that messed me up as well as the car. We also had some pedestrians crossing in front of the green. So just out of a abundance of caution, I disengaged to assess the situation. Then the second disengagement was once we were pulled into the Bellagio drop-off. The vehicle was wanting to go into the limo-only lane. So just to make sure I didn't cause any disturbances, I went ahead and disengaged and got us back into that drive-through drop-off lane. These are all things I'm not really expecting FSD 12.5.1.3 to handle yet. And I don't know when that will be coming, but these are things that do need to be thought about for areas like Las Vegas or big cities where you have intricate drop-off areas in front of hotels. The other disengagement we had was when we were exiting the Bellagio. The car decided to choose the middle left turn lane, and we had an immediate right turn into the Paris Hotel right after that. So once the car realized it could not get over and merge to the right soon enough because of traffic, it tried to make a right turn from that middle lane, and I could not let the car do that, so I went ahead and disengaged there as well. This is an area where we often have to deal with parked cars and pedestrians, sometimes traffic controllers, although I think all the traffic controllers have left for the day. But we are in front of the Sphere now. Okay, here's the situation. We're at a stop sign, and we have vehicles stopped up ahead. So the car should go around to the left. I'm going to see how this plays out. But it looks like the vehicle in front of us that has just stopped in this intersection, they must be just looking at the Sphere for the show right now, but they're just stopped right in the middle of the intersection. And the vehicle should go around, but is not. The car inched forward a little bit. Okay, now the lead car in front of us is going around, so we can go around as well. Perfect. I would have liked to see this vehicle go around sooner, but I'm not exactly sure what the proper thing to do there was. I could not tell. It seems like the car in front of us was trying to find a place to pull over, but also, it did not look like it was stopping, but it just stayed there forever. So it's kind of a weird situation. I did not need to intervene, though. The car handled it all on its own. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the trip. Take me to Caesar's Palace. Let's go this way. All right. Well, the car, I put that in a little late, so the car's going to have to do a U-turn here, I believe. And it looks like it's handling it. Really nice. I think it did a good job there for going the incorrect direction there for a moment. Looks like it's going to have to reroute. I'm going to try to, I guess this is fine. We can go this way. So yeah, that was another good situation. The car had a route that wasn't feasible. Went ahead and corrected itself by doing a U-turn and then rerouting. Okay, we could proceed right on red here. Go ahead and end this trip. Take me to Mandalay Bay. So I'm throwing some reroutes in the mix here. I was trying to select where I wanted to go. Now it's got us in this right turn lane, and our navigation says to go straight. So we'll see what the car does here. It's inching forward. I'm going to go ahead and fix this. Well, now it's wanting to go left. So I don't know how it got itself into this situation. We need to go right here. because we're in a right turn only lane. But the car is not. And okay, perfect. Okay, so once the light went green, the car did make the right. I'd like that. That was a situation where we could easily make a right turn on red. Looks like the car wants to do a U-turn here. I'm not sure if the car will be able to do it, but we will see what happens. Yep. So we would need reverse there. And that was too tight of an area to do a U-turn. So not enough room to make a U-turn, needed to reverse. So that was a situation where the car routed itself for a maneuver it couldn't actually do. The proper thing to do there would have been to make a left turn and then reroute. We got a situation here where we've got a semi truck in our lane. It looks like they're preparing to go wide for a right turn. So the car stopped right behind it. This is exactly what I would do. I would not have pulled up next to it like the car in front of us. Perfectly handled. As soon as it's clear, the car should go. Yeah, that was handled perfectly. All right, here we are at the Mandalay Bay. We're going to pull through the entrance here, so I'll go ahead and end the trip. And then we'll head back onto the freeway. Like usual, head back to my area of town, and I'll cut it on the freeway once we get on there. So far, my analysis of this trip is some areas for improvement would be on rerouting. If we're able to reroute quicker or make a decision quicker based on an incorrect lane that we're in, then that would have prevented all of these disengagements. Most of them, except for the one at the entrance for the limo lane. So yeah, I mean, in that second disengagement where we, or that third disengagement where we were pulling left in the middle left turn lane, and we needed to get into the right turn lane, that was a situation where it didn't need to try to make that right turn. It just needed to go ahead and go straight. Same thing with rerouting on that street as we were headed to Caesars, rerouting to Mandalay Bay. That should have we should have taken that right turn right away on that red, and then as well as when we were trying to reroute from there, instead of making that U-turn on something that we couldn't make a U-turn for, we definitely needed to make it either keep going straight or make a left turn there. So just a few routing issues that I've noticed so far in tonight's drive. Everything else has been super smooth, super smooth. Take me to the Aliante. So here's the situation. We'll see. It's probably going to route us to the right here. And we have vehicles. So this is a situation where it needs to go straight instead of right. So this is how it should have handled every situation. It did it perfectly. It went straight and is now getting over to the right. Although it's kind of another situation where you can see we have a left turn up ahead, so we shouldn't have got into this lane. The car's handling it just fine. It's just it's almost like there's a delay on rerouting on some of the behaviors. So it's like it was still in the logic of we needed to get over to the right for that right turn. And then kind of, even though it told itself to keep going straight, which was the good thing to do, then we bounced back to this left lane. So just a few things like that where we could see a lot of improvement on routing. Other than that, everything else, the car is handling perfectly smooth. Like, look at here, we've got a yield blinking yellow, smoothly just rolls that. Very comfortable. We're out here by Allegiant Stadium now, to the left. Okay, we've got a vehicle just swerving and slowing down in the road in front of us. looks like we have some emergency vehicles on this highway entrance here. Might have been a wreck. So we'll need to be cautious here as we're entering. The car is moving cautiously through. Very good speed. Very good speed. Very impressed with that. And now it looks like we're going to have a pretty hectic merge here. And it looks like the car is going to cut ahead, which I think it should have done really well. We're cutting ahead right here. And then we should pull up ahead and zipper merge. Okay, I'm going to tap the pedal. The car's letting us go. The truck ahead, but the vehicle isn't wanting to merge, so I did need to tap the accelerator pedal there. If the car's going to cut ahead of all those people that were blocking everything and staying behind to not zipper merge, the car needs to be more assertive in taking the opportunity as soon as somebody lets you in. We can't cut ahead and then also just stop there and stop all traffic and not take the opportunity to merge over. So that was an intervention that I needed to do just out of courtesy to everybody that we just jumped in front of. But these are the scenarios that we're looking for. I mean, we're coming down here on Friday night. It's 11:20 p.m. on a Friday night. This is when it is most hectic and busy down on the Las Vegas Strip. So we need to see how the car is going to be able to handle all of these crazy situations. Did a really good job of zipper merge there. All right, we're on the highway now. I'm going to be heading back towards my area of town, and we'll go ahead and cut this video. But thanks for watching. This was FSD 12.5.1.3. Again, this is my third trip down on the Strip with this. We did have the most amount of disengagements on this trip. I had one trip with 0 takeovers. I did have another trip where we only had a couple. This time it seemed like we had quite a few, but it was mostly due to routing and lane management. So it looks like most of the areas for improvement would be for routing and lane management. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.